We're going to get to working on the 71 Chevy. And in the previous video, if you guys remember, the radiator boiled over, and that's when we determined the thermostat is frozen shut. Not good. So we're not going to be driving this thing anywhere anytime soon, but I want to get her winterized. Winter's pretty much here, so a guy just needs to get things done, and it's something that's going to have to be done anyway. So if I want to be able to move it around under its own power, we got to address the cooling system, and we got to address the brakes, and then we got to kind of dial it in, you know, get it so it's just, so we don't got to worry about it, try and figure out why it's hard starting. And honestly, I think it needs a new electric choke, but we'll take a look. So I squirted these down with some PB Blaster, this one, that one, and that one. Now, at least my clamp, on my clamp, this is a 3/8 socket. If a guy can keep it up there. Using a socket's far better than screwing around with a screwdriver, yeah. And then these are 9/16 head, both of those. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull that hose off and make a mess and not clean it up. And then we're going to pull that thermostat housing out, get the thermostat out. We're going to clean up that housing, put a new gasket on, yeah. And we're going to have to drill a hole in the new thermostat for a steam release. It's supposed to have it, they're called a jiggle pen. So they're hard to find. Edelbrock makes them. But a little hack, you don't have to spend extra money. Just get you what you can afford. Take an 1/8 inch drill bit, which I'll show you coming up. Chevrolet 350 V8. Anyway, we got to set the camera up so I can get up in this thing and make a mess all over the trailer. Sounds good. Let's do it. Alright, so let's get this going. I'm recording. Oh, shit. Alright, we're making a big mess that we're not going to clean up. They should have got me a piece of wire or something to hang on to that. Oh well. She may be jammed on there, boys. Nope. We just had to do it the slow way. Yeah, those have seen better days. Oh yeah, all kinds of corrosion. Okay, so oh, that thing's stuck in there pretty good. We're going to get a scraper and we're going to clean this off before we pull that out. Now, because we're not draining the system, we want to scrape this off with that still in there. That way none of this stuff goes down into the cooling system and clogs up anything. So get it good and tight, good and clean, not good and tight. Now, being an aluminum housing, or intake rather, you don't want to use a carbide scraper. Just use a razor blade. Alright, we got that decently clean. Try and pry this out. Actually, I should get a flathead. Oh, hey, we just popped open the stuck thermostat. There we go. Like I said, big old mess. Anyway, so this one doesn't have it either, but the jiggle pin will be like a little brass flute coming up through a hole on one of these sides. So, and then you'll see like a little arm that kind of comes down like this. And what that is a pressure release port. So this doesn't have it, and this thing's junk. So what we'll do is we'll go grab the new one, and we'll show you. We're just gonna a little hole in there, and then we won't worry about that. All right, so here's our new thermostat. It's a 195 temp, PM 195-0025. So let's say premium thermostat, the ball camp. So what we got to do is yep, those look the same. Okay, so we're going to take an 1/8 inch drill bit we're just going to drill a hole in the side of this. Just like that. You got a little breather hole in there, so we're not going to worry about cleaning that sharp edge up. I don't think any. We'll just get the little shavings off, clean this thing out real quick. You ain't hurting nothing by doing that, just so you know. Yeah. From the factory, they had this little hole, so like I said, Edelbrock's the only one that I found that makes this with the jiggle pin already. But that's all you got to do. That's all they do. They just drill a hole and shove a piece of brass fluting in that thing. So you're good. Alright, so I went ahead and cleaned up these bolts. This wire wheel, it got a lot of the crap off because they were pretty nasty. Now I didn't know this, but apparently there's two gaskets, two different size gaskets. I got this at Napa. It's got an adhesive back on it, but that wet stuff you see that's drying is called gasket cinch. And if you have a hard time holding your, let's see, let's put this in like that. Holding your gasket in place, that stuff will do you some service there. Now we'll see if this works. If it doesn't, no big deal. You just go get a new gasket and put some RTV on it. It's a no big deal, bud. No big deal at all. Okay. Now the right thing to do would be not lose your hose clamp. which it looks like I have done. So, okay. I guess the fella's got to go get a new hose clamp. Alright, so I was going to reuse the hose clamp that I took off, but, you know, I just don't know where it ran off to. But the right thing to do, believe it or not, would be to replace this upper rad hose. But we're not going to do that today. Oh, hey, look at that. I did find it. This is the one I want to use. Mostly because this one doesn't have the same size head on it for a socket as this one does, and this one appears to be in pretty okay-ish shape. So we'll just slap that turd back on, put this back on, and then cedar right there. Like I said, the right thing to do would be replace this upper rad hose. But we don't have a spare one, and we're not doing it today. Now, it will get a upper and lower rad hose before we drive this thing any sort of distance, but like I said earlier, we're just getting this thing winterized-ish. Probably come in here and spray that down with the brake clean. Pick you up a pack of these. You can get a multi-pack. You can even get ones at O'Reilly. They got the little wing nut plastic twisty tabby dooly. Makes it real nice. Or you can use one of these, but I actually like to feel how tight it's getting. I can't do that through this. Alright, so perfectly good clamp, tools,